Okay, now let's take a look at the methods we used to color this picture of an eagle. Okay, we started off using a pencil. Okay, the benefits or the pros I found about using a pencil is that it's actually very easy to use. If I do ever make a mistake, I could easily fix it using an eraser. Yeah, just fix it using an eraser right here. Okay, so also another benefit about using the pencil, we could actually blend properly compared to the other coloring methods that we went over. Okay, so there are probably some more benefits to using a pencil, something you'd probably prefer as well, but let's just start going over the cons now. Okay, the first con, everybody can know this for sure, is that there's no colors in this. There's only just gray and white and dark gray. I don't even think so there's not even any black in it. So also you do have limited shade access. So if you're only using a pencil, you can only do hard, medium, and light. Okay, so it won't. I can't say. Although drawing with using a pencil, sort of, it could look better. That's all I could say just by looking at this. It could have looked better if I was either using another color or something like that. Okay, so let's just go over using the second method we went through, and that was using a crayon. Okay, so the crayon, that was a bit different. Here's a crayon. That was a bit different. It did have more cons than actually benefits that I found. Okay, the only benefit that I actually found that I could actually say is that there's actually color in this drawing. So I can't say there's probably more benefit. You guys probably think of other. You guys probably know of any other benefits that you. I'm sorry about this. You guys probably have other benefits as well, except all I can see is just that it gives color to this picture. So, but the cons of using crayons, it's very difficult to use, and you can't correct any mistakes you've made. So hopefully you pay attention to each time you color something. So just make sure, just in case you possibly could make a mistake in the future, just try and leave that for the last moment. You don't want to use that. You don't want to make as a mistake. So, and another thing that I found out about using crayons is that it's very hard to go into detail about this. Everything was kind of sort of blurry and stuff like that. Yeah, so that's why, like, that's all I could say so far about crayons. Most likely later on pictures I will be able to describe the benefits and the cons I find about crayons as well. So let's just go over to the next picture that we were coloring, and that is using pencil crayons. Okay, so the the benefits that I found using a pencil crayon is obviously the range of colors that I could use, and also the amount of detail I could actually put in. So it won't be blurry as much. It's like a mix of an actual pencil and a crayon. So you have the control and you're able to put the detail of it. Plus you are able to get the colors that you want it. But a con that about pencil crayons is that like using crayons, it's very hard to fix mistakes. You can't erase anything without leaving some sort of mark. So another thing that I found kind of difficult so far about using these pencil crayons, it's sort of hard making a darker shade compared to using a pencil and a crayon, which I just had to push down a bit, but with the pencil crayon I had to push down harder, because you can still see that I still haven't gotten that much. I was trying to get dark out of this blue and it still looks fairly light. So hopefully I'll try figuring that out later on in my later pictures. And like I said about mistakes that could possibly happen, this was supposed to be sort of like a waterfall, but I kind of made a mistake, so I had to go over it with a mountain or something sort of, but I can still see signs that there was a blue on it. So unfortunately this picture didn't turn out as well as I was hoping it would, but that's still alright. Okay, so okay, so let's go to our final method, and that is painting. Okay, so hopefully you guys were able to see this. Okay, so painting. Okay, this one's kind of the pros and cons go everywhere, so I can't it's hard for me to give you a specific give you a specific numbers of what the pros and what the cons are about using paint. But okay, I'll just start off by talking about the pros. It's if you do make a mistake while painting, you just leave it for a while, wait until it dries, and you can always paint on top of it. So like I did with the blue right here, some of it went over the white area. I was able to fix that up. Also the beak, which was a problem that happened near the end when we painted. I believe it was brown that went on top of it, right? So I waited until it dried up a bit, and then I just added a bit of yellow to cover it up. So that did pretty well. So I was really happy that the paint was able to do that. And also about using painting is that you can actually create different kinds of shades. So here, for example, for the mountains and stuff, for the brown parts, I was easily able to just add in black and stuff, and then make it darker, a darker brownish thing, or just leave it brown. Sort of comes like that. And also I would, since I was also able to use white in this, I was able to give like a pretty decent looking clouds compared to using the other methods, which it really didn't look. It's kind of hard to explain, but this I really like how the clouds turned out in this painting method. So okay, so I'll just get down to the cons of this. However, using paint, it's when we're using acrylic paint, we used acrylic paint just to make sure you guys understand, is that it for some parts it dried up a bit too quickly when I wanted to continue painting on that specific area. Like for this spot especially, right, I had to keep on going back and forth because I was trying to line it up, but it kept on, by the time I got around there, it just dried up, and I had to. And because of that, unless you mix up a huge amount, it's very hard to get that exact color that you originally made. So my suggestion would be If you're planning on painting larger areas, try creating a large amount of the color that you plan on using and just put it aside, and then just make sure you have that. I learned now, so it'll be very useful. Also, like you can probably still see right here, Raven Water, painting can get a bit messy. So just, I don't know what you can do, put a newspaper underneath it, or there's any way that you can possibly clean it up, but you should do that. Okay, and let's see, what else can I think? Also, there's suggestion, or we had problems with this as well, but we know how to fix it right now. Up to come is getting smaller brushes, because if you have too large of a brush, it's hard to get too much into detail into certain areas. So I am planning on getting a larger brush, but if you aren't able to get a smaller brush, if you have scissors on hand, you can always just cut a piece of this brush. So like just cut it, this entire large piece, and so that we can just use that smaller piece. These are, I only spent like less than $1 on a bunch of these, so I really don't care about the outcome of this. So all I care about right now about using this. Oh, and another con about using paint is that you have to paint, like thoroughly clean the brushes before you reuse them, because if you don't, once you do use those same paintbrushes again, the colors would run off. Like you would have to experiment first. But the colors say I was to use let's say white, okay, for one of the well, actually, I'm sorry, I'm going backwards. Okay, say if I were to use brown, right, but I never cleaned it, and I was about to paint a white part of the picture. The moment I start painting it, and once the brush starts getting a bit wet, you'll notice that I used brown and stuff, and I'll ruin the actual painting in general. But so that's what all I've been doing so far. Actually, what am I saying? That's what I learned so far through all of these pictures. I never told you, but I believe I did tell you in the first video that I will be showing you the pictures that we will be doing this week. So this one's a bit more difficult, but I'm pretty sure people would like it, more people would like it. So, okay, so if you don't know who this is, I don't know where you're from, but this is Pikachu and this is Pokemon. Okay, so this Pikachu, although I'll go in more into detail with you in the next video, but it does require more detail into it, but the outcome will look better, and the amount of colors we use, we don't have to use that much difference, and we really don't have to do any shading regarding this. But this is how it is. So I hope to see you guys in the next video, and just remember, keep it simple. Thank you everybody for watching this video. Please don't forget to subscribe, like, and share this video, and possibly leave a comment if you want to.